Arabella's Heart for Book Art. This is Arrabella. I hope everybody's doing okay. We had a few tough days and my daughter Lila, she took a bad fall, so I'm sort of a full-time nurse at the moment, but she's getting better day by day. It's not that serious, but we do think that it's broken now. So she did have dislocated kneecap so she fell right onto her leg, and that was really bad. And yeah, of course I'm worried. I'm a mom, so but yeah, we will pull through. We are together with the both of us, so it will be fine, of course, at the end. So we have a new appointment the 18th, and then we will go from there. And because if she puts her leg a little bit lower, her feet start swelling and getting blue. So now I made an appointment to go a little bit earlier than the 18th, so that we can yeah, take a few new pictures, so to be sure that really nothing is broken. But yeah, I have a whole story about that, because my oldest daughter also had a bad fall when she was younger, and then the doctors told me no, there's nothing going on. She was even admitted into the hospital and her legs started swelling, and I actually debated with the doctors for quite some time and told them there must be a rip in the bone, or there must be something going on. My motherly instincts tell me that it's not okay. So, but they really did not listen, because yeah, I'm not a nurse and they are doctors, so I have to listen to them. That's a little bit how it goes. But in the end I was right, not because I want to be right, but it was the case. And now I have a little bit of an experience with that, so that's why now I think my youngest daughter also something a little similar to that. And because there is rheumatism in the family, they thought with my oldest that that was the case, and that's why they admitted her. But actually she had a broken bone. It was split in her sort of a mid section from her foot, and it was so hurtful, and my daughter now is in a lot of pain. So I really think that yeah, there's something not quite right, and not just a dislocated knee. And she's really a trooper, and she saw that her knee was crooked, and she pushed it all the way back herself before the ambulance came there. So that was a good thing, because she did that. That's why before it got really swollen, because if that happens, then it's really hard to get everything back into its place. So I told her that I was really proud that she did that, and yeah, okay, long story. But now she wants some privacy. She's downstairs, and she really wanted to watch something on the TV, and I said to her, well, I'm going for a little bit of a distraction and do what I love to do, and that is crafting. So now I'm not taking that long, but I wanted to talk about the cover a little bit, because I of course showed that it was a little bit ripping or cracking. I wanted to give some advice about that, because I use recycled cardstock, that is why it does that really easily, because the fibers are different than when you buy more high-end cardstock. So, and also what I did with my other one was I rounded it around my hand like this to break up the fibers, and because I didn't do that with this one, that is also why this happened. So you can really avoid this as much as you can. Of course, even with expensive or high-end cardstock, this still could happen in my experience, but because I'm a little bit I really love to use recycled stuff, so that's why I am a little bit stubborn. I think so. I still have it, but I also use sometimes this kind of paper, and this is something I had. So it is paper to, wait a minute, how do you call that? To watercolor paper. Yeah, it will come to me. And I wanted to show you that if you use different paper, that also the color will change. And also I printed this out because I have a stain here, a water stain. But I wanted to show that I changed my one of my pockets, because I saw that this line was a little bit out of I had to scoot it over, so the score line was a little bit more, and then I changed it a little bit. So this white is new, and I thought that looked a little bit nice. Yeah, I just designed it a little bit more. So something like that. So now you see it resembles a little bit more. It is a little bit bigger, as you knew. So I also want to talk a little bit about the cardstock some more. If you have cardstock and you want to score, want to have not that it's not cracking, I have also you can also do use this, and this is they call it, you have a stylus, and you have, this is not a stylus, this is something to emboss, so it's an embossing tool, and I'm really happy because I lost this also together with my corner rounder, but now I have it. So here you can also make flowers, but you can also score your cardstock a little bit to break the fibers up. So for instance, if I want to score this, and I do it over here, and then I'm making, for instance, one line next to it. I'm going off a little bit, but well, you get my idea, I think. Like this, and then one more. And if you do that, you can also make sort of a rounded fold. This was already folded, so, but you get my idea. This also would be a good idea to make sort of a round, and then you can it won't split as much, your cardstock, but well, so these are my tips. And also you can of course buy a little bit of more high-end like cardstock, and that will be a little bit more expensive, but, and also watch out for how sturdy it is. That's also one thing. But you can do some things so that you avoid what I showed you, that it cracked. Now I did it like this, so I put a lot of ink, and I also made it a little bit more rounder, like that. So like this, and not only on one side the fold, but also on the other side. I just did it like this. And if you don't like that look, you can use this idea. So 3 score marks, or 4 even, and then a little bit, bend that a little bit, and then you will have also avoided that cracking. So I think that that's going to be okay and enough for you to work with. So now you know that. Yeah, I have this card and I saw it, and I think I'm going to do something like this. Fussy cut it out, and then, or leave it as a card and then a tuck spot. So as a sort of an extra embellishment on the cover. So, and of course I could also do it like this, even when it's bound in, and make sort of an extra. Now it's a little bit difficult, but I can work it. So work it a little bit like this. So to break the fibers up, and that's really what you are doing. You're breaking the fibers up. You don't have to score it. You could also do just this, breaking a little bit the fibers up. And then also you avoid the cracking. So in this video I also wanted to, I'm going to, oh, that's my cat. But what do I hear on the background? But I did, yeah, I did also print the cover out again, so the second time. So I could also fussy cut this this one out. That's what I was thinking. That's perhaps even better. And then perhaps even make something here with this one. So yeah, something like that. So I will fussy cut this out. It's really not my strongest suit, fussy cutting, so I will first cut this. I could also make a new cover, but I will leave it and do with what I have, something like that. So. And I also can use these butterflies. I think I will fussy cut one of these out and then put it on that spot that is now ugly. My ugly spot. I don't know how you call that. And like this. Perhaps I will leave that. What do you think? I don't know, I'm thinking out loud, because now I have to yeah, try to right a wrong, something like that. It's a little bit not the right way to say it, I think. So I'm going to fussy cut this out and stay in frame, because I changed my camera. I saw the last video that I also, my eyes are getting worse, so I'm keep pulling my what I'm working on close to my face, and then you guys can't see it anymore. So my cat is a little bit meowing because my daughter can't open the door for him, so I'm going to do that. And I will be right back, and also fussy cut and inked the edges. So I'm going to open the door for him. Right back. Hello, I'm back. I just also went to see if my daughter needed me, but for you it's like I was just here, of course. So that's easy to do. I'm inking the back side because I don't know yet what I want, so I think I like the round one better. This makes sort of a straight edge if you ink with it. I don't know if I like that. But for certain straight edges it will be easier, I think. But the round one, that is, I think, a little bit better suitable for me, what I'm doing. But that round one kept falling over, so that was also not really so. This one also falls over, by the way. So I don't know. So I'm also doing the back side because I want to do something with these butterflies onto the cover. I'm embellishing really already because I just don't like the way this looks, and I wanted to see what I can do if I do something like this, and this will be of course really different than the other one, but that's okay. What you also can do is take something like this or just a pen and then fold it a little bit over or fold it upwards and inwards, because with butterflies it is a little bit like that, I think. I don't know. It can be both ways. Depends if they're flying at the moment. I don't know. So my daughter is okay. She's just on the couch watching her favorite TV shows and watching YouTube videos, I mean. So this one, the little one, I think I'm going to do this one here, but this is perhaps a better size, only I didn't fussy cut this out. I have also grit going right over the wrong way. So what I can do also with this, and you can of course put something straight under it. I now have this under it, but that's also fine. Loosen the fibers a little bit and then you can bend it really easy. I want it to go a little bit like this, as if it's, yeah, resembles, just like you would do with flowers, resembles a little bit how a butterfly looks when it's sitting down. Perhaps I'm going to fussy cut this a little bit more so that it's more like the other side, because I love the shape from the other side a little bit better. I don't know why, but this one is a little bit bigger than the other side. See? Now it's a little bit more even. I'm just too fussy about that, I think. But and then ink it like this. It is really a nice day today. The sun is shining outside, so my daughter, she wanted to sit. We have a balcony, small balcony, and she's sitting in front of it in the sun. So now with her leg up, and I just helped her so that she can sit a little bit like that. Oh yeah, fussy cut this out, so I will ink the inside, because now the white is showing and I don't want that. I don't like it, so ink the inside a little bit more. I don't know really if I'm putting this on the cover, but now I made it, so now it's available, right? Now I could do it. So I think the little one for on this stain will be not like that. And then this one, this one perhaps I will do here, but a little bit more flat, or in the inside cover, but I think I'm going to use pockets for the inside covers. So yeah, I like it a little bit like this, a little bit more on the mark, on the and more straight. Yeah, something like this I would like. Perhaps a little bit more like this. And then this line I will do the same way, I think. Yeah, I really want it a little bit more that way. So I think I'm going to do it like this. So I will only glue it down here. I will keep this open. Perhaps I want something that I can put something under it, but I don't know about that. So this, I think I will cut this, but yeah, because I want some beads, so I could fold it over, but I should cut all this off. That's also what you can do, and then you can hide the binding if that's something that you would love to do. That's also a possibility, but I am going to cut this, and then yeah, I want some beads or something, so I'm a little bit nervous about this because I hope I'm cutting it just right, of course. And of course you can also use this as an embellishment on the edge of something, or as a tuck like this, or on the other side. Like this. I could do that and then have a tuck, or just have a pretty inside, even more pretty. Yeah, that's really a good idea. So I think I'm going to work on the inside first some more, because when I open it, I think this one I will be afraid that it will that it's coming off, so I'm saving that. But that is my idea to do, even though my feeling of I want to cover this up immediately. I will leave it so that I want to work on the inside some more, and also want to show you some things that I did. This one I rounded the corners, and I want to do the same with this one. So also want to ink it, but round the corners first. And I also see a white line. Sorry, I'm out of frame for a minute. And then do it like this. Push it in the corner, right in the corner, so that it's really a nice round. And this one is called, let me see if I can read it, Vazen, V-A-E-S-S-E-N, Creative. That's what it's called. So I got this at bol.com. Somebody asked me where I got my stuff, so I will tell you. Why not? So I will ink this. And I'm not even using my dauber. No, that's not good. I lost the word again. I bet you know what it's called. I lost it again. So this, you could also put a pull thingy onto it. I will show you. Now what I want to do further for this video is fasten the brads. So I did, because it is almost Valentine's Day, I wanted to use hearts, and also just thought that it would look really pretty. This I got at Action for really cheap, but I forgot how much. It was really like around €1 or something around. I think I'm going for, yeah, this one really fits the color also really nice, but I'm going for the yellow because the purple is really not a lot of purple, but yellowish, yeah, that fits, and this one is better fitted. The color is really pretty. So I could also do a round one and on the front, and then now I'm going for 2 hearts. Why not? Then I will have 2 different colors. That's okay also. And yeah, this is this paper is really a little bit yellowish greenish. That's why I also chose the gathered twigs. But if you like what I said in the last video, in the previous video, if you like another color better, that's up to you. But I'm just explaining what I like to use, but of course you can use what you want. So with this one I did do it a little bit like this. Let's see. And then I hit the back side with these cute pockets, and that's what I want to do for now as well. So here I did have this flower from the vintage pocket folder journal. So this is from the big one, and I did make strips with this, so that's different. I only used one. I thought I used 2, but if I'm using it like that, yeah, of course I'm only using 1 then. I thought I used 2. That's really strange. Okay, I'm using just 1, so then I'm going for the romantic one. Putting that aside. Where's my pocket tool? My paper piercer. And now I'm going to decide where I want this to go. Just about in the middle, I think. And you can of course get your pencil and then decide also together with this how that would look, because that is going over it then, or I would have to do it on this side. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that for this one. So I'm changing it, and here you see this line from that vintage book underneath, and I'm going for the middle. That was a little bit overly too much, I mean, but well, you know what I mean, I think. So now just poke through and get your brad or what you want to use as a closure. I'll put this aside for a minute. That's distracting me. Yeah, I also saw this in my stash. I think I got this from my mom at one point, but I folded it over, so I have an idea with that, but the color is not really, it's really more children color or something, but well, I could ink it up a little bit or something. I want to do something like this, but I don't know if that's, yeah, if that's doable, if you know what I mean. So, but I like that, how it looks. Okay, let's close or make a brad, and I'm trying to line these 2 points, these 2 pointy things, lining them up as best I can, and then trying to poke it through the hole, and then I'm turning my because it's a heart. Oh, let me see if I can turn it, still turn it. I could do it like this, that it's pointing that way, but I think I want it the right way up, like this. Yeah, like that. and then open the bread up. That's all you have to do. Then it's a little bit that way, because I think about the pocket that I'm going to do on top that, so like this. Ah, that's really cute. So you could also make a bread on this side and then yeah, and then go like this and then go like this. So that's also a possibility, especially when you take this line, then you have more room on this side, and then you could do it like, yeah, like those envelope type deal things. So yeah, I really like the way that looks because of this shape. And this you could also cut off so that you have more of an envelope style onto that. That's also a possibility. Something, because the butterfly is on this side, that's why I want this flap over it, but with the other one I did it the other way around. So, and then that's also possible, of course, that you do it this way and then around the back and then over the bread again, and it's closed. That's also what you can do. So this size is really cute. I don't know if I'm changing it for the next one, because I love this cover. I really am trying to make this cover the next time, I think. But because the butterfly was smaller, that's why I didn't mind it as much. But if I would do it like this, yeah, then it will cover that butterfly too much. So like I said, if you take this line, if you have my my kit, if you take this line to fold, then the butterfly would scoot over that way, and then you could do two breads, like I said. Okay, let's open it up, and now I want to put a pocket on the inside. Let's get the pockets. These are the tall ones. And I think I want one with dragonflies on it. So let's cut one out with dragonflies on it then. The other way around. Let's push everything aside. I didn't clean up my desk. That's for another day. So I'm lining it up with this greenish bluish thingy, and I already made a stain, of course. Trying to line it up as best I can, and I went a little bit next to it, but well. Yeah, the rest I will cut out with my scissors. So here I got a little bit of the brown edge from the next one, but well, I will use that for a smaller, if I need a little bit of a smaller one. The other side, I just put it aside already. So I will save this, of course, for another one. And then I think these ones are a little bit tall. These are also for the large vintage, it's called the Vintage Pocket Folder Journal. So that you can also use, yeah, you can use the large and the small one. You could make one journal with it. That's also what I want to show you. So for a future video. So now I'm going to first see if this fits, and it does. So this goes over that. I even have enough room, and I see that it is a little bit bumpy, but well, And what you then have to do is only glue the edge, so only this side and this side, this side and this side, and then you have a pocket or tuck spot, but I call this tall pockets or something. I don't know if I call it anything, but something like that. So I'm inking it up, and I thought these were not even tall enough, but I was wrong. These are tall enough. If you did buy my my kit, I have a tip. If you don't have A4 size in your country, I did that the other way around. We have A4, so if I buy something 8.5 by 11, I often use the fit to page button, but I will have to unclick it. But if you are in a country that doesn't have A4 size, it's best to click the fit to page button on your printer while you change the settings for your printer. So I'm using my white glue. This is just kids glue or craft glue. It's called Creation. I got this from the Action also. Really cheap, I think. I don't know. So I'm watching more again, I mean, so that I don't make a mistake, but it's the straight edges, not with the angle, but this. You could also glue this, but I only do this and this. And then of course have a glued thingy. So this dries clear, and that's why I'm using this. Let me get my parchment paper. This is just where you can baking, where you bake cookies onto. Somebody wanted to know what that meant, parchment paper, so let's see if it's coming. So only like this along the edge, and then glue it in place. Let me adjust that a little bit. Try to make it, align it, and what I see is that this is sticking out a little bit, but I'm just pushing it into place. Even it's a little bit bumpy on this side, but that's okay. So like that. Now you have a top pocket on one side with an angle, with dragonflies. I really like that look. So now you can put something here. It doesn't matter what. Little ephemera, little butterfly. You could also make little butterflies over here. Also a possibility. Now I want to see if a top pocket would fit. I think a small pocket would fit better on this side, but let me check. I think it just is the right size, but let me check if it is. I could also take the one that I cut too short, of course, and then change it up. So this one is a little bit cut too short, remember? So because I have a small flap here, yeah, why not? I'm using it for that side. You could also cut it exactly, of course, cut it. Oh no, it's just shorter, so that's it's not accurate, of course. I hope I was in frame. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget that I'm not frame. Before I'm inking it, I want to check it. Yeah, that's really fitting. Super good, really good. So you see how cute that looks. You could also use two of the same, of course. So as I almost drop it to the floor. So now I'm inking it like this, just without the thingy. I'm having that kind of day that I don't know all the words. I'm so sorry about that. So I want to do a shout out for Leslie. Leslie, girl, we're thinking of you. You're such a good friend. A little bit more. I won't make the sound because my dog will be thinking that somebody's at the door. So. And after this pocket I will attach the baker's twine, and then that will be it for this video, because I really have to go down to my daughter. I can't make this a really long video, so I want to see if she needs me already, and I think she does. I think she wants to lay down. It's the first time she's sitting a little bit up, so that's not enough glue, I think. I also have this glue. This is really strong glue, so, but it's a pen, and then I have more, don't think, let me see, yeah, there's glue coming out. I did test it out, so I'm getting what I tested on the table. I'm not being wasteful, and then it's clean at the same time. Perhaps I left this open, so this is a little bit dried out, I think. That's my own fault. I forget it, I think. So like that. Doesn't need that much. And this also is for spines, glue pen. I had two. I can't read the small stuff, but it's from Tesa. And on the back side this is really so handy, because I use this to glue the spine, and then it's more, you can divide it. There's sort of a divider. It's really yeah, useful. But this is not for just gluing. This is really strong stuff. You could do it just as this, as the pocket, but then use yeah, not too much. So because this, if this comes onto my printed paper, that will make it yeah, distort the picture, because I don't have a laser printer. I have just a normal printer. So this one is a little bit crooked, so I think I do have a minute to make it straight, because it was still a little bit wet, so I could do it. So now I have two pockets on the inside, and it's getting cuter by the minute, don't you think? So like that. So in the next video, now I do want the twine. That's what I promised. So this is what I did for the other one. I doubled it up, but that's Okay, I just do one, and I do want to use the same twine because I like this look. But you can use whatever you want. You could also use yeah, a ribbon or something. That's also cute. So I'm wrapping it twice and then cutting it off, and that's how I measure a little bit. And then I'm taking the middle and first wrap it around this and make sure I could also do one knot under it, and that's what makes it stand a little bit more out. And then I want to check it if this is all still glued. Yes, it's okay. So now you can do this, wrap it around and then wrap it around this. I have a little bit trouble because I have these small little wounds on my hands. So like this. Don't you like it? This really looks nice, I think. And also what I wanted to show you, by the way, is that if you don't like this look, yeah, I showed you in the last video, but you can of course use sort of strips, and I did cut a few like this. You could also do that. So if you don't like this heavy inked stuff and it did cracked, even if you tried and did your best not so that it didn't, you can also do this. In another video I will do this cover totally different, with a spine even, so I'm changing this up. This is not the only thing that I will show you. I will show you different ways that you can use with my printables, so that you have more of a choice. Also going to show you how to make elastic band, so you can do an elastic band around it. That's also, and I want to show you pages in between, and this one is a little bit too tall so I did make that change in my printable. So I made two. This one I rounded the corners. That looks really cute, doesn't it? And on the back side you can write or put a picture, what I showed you in my other book, in another video I mean. So this one you can also put over here, of course. This is interchangeable, so it doesn't matter if you like it on this side better. Yeah, it's a little bit too tight fit because the other one was a little bit bigger, but that I already changed. So this I am already adjusting as I go. So if I see something I don't like, what I also can do is take this on the back side, if that will fit. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble. This is a little bit of a tight fit, but well, nobody's watching, right? So, and then ink this. Okay, that's the last thing I will do. Ink the back side a little bit more. And then I will let you play, and perhaps I will start a Facebook group. I'm thinking about that, so that if you are using my printable or make other books, then you can show what you made. If you made something that was inspired by something you saw in my video, then that will be really nice to show. So please let me know what let me know what you think about it. Beep. And then yeah, perhaps we will make that happen and start a Facebook group. I would really love it. So I would really love to see what other people make with stuff that I come up with. So that would really make me feel really proud. So and that also would make me really happy. So but well, I will wait on that until there are enough people that like that, so like that idea. And so that of course is the whole plan. So in the next video we are going to embellish the cover some more with these butterflies. And yeah, please let me know what you think about it, what you think about my my ideas, and what you think about my my printables, or what you think about anything what you see in my video. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That would make me really happy. A little thing about that, I was myself unsubscribed for 2 times, so that could happen. You can subscribe to somebody and then it automatically yeah, takes you off. So YouTube is then perceiving your channel or you as a spam or something. That's what I heard. So I don't know exactly why, but it happened. So I was subscribed to somebody and I saw today that I was unsubscribed, and I was waiting for a video, and I thought, well, that's too bad, I didn't see a video. And then I looked it up, and then I saw I missed a few videos even, so that could happen. So watch out for that. And yeah, keep safe, and I will keep you updated, and the next video will be the giveaway. I will say that. So see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care of each other. Bye bye. Doei doei.